In November 2008, millions of students who'd never voted before were the first at the polls. Our votes were largely responsible for placing the current president in the White House, which is why I'm convinced that our generation, once known as apathetic, will be known for its contributions across the nation over the course of the next 4 years. We are going to change this country. And my duty today is to convince you, my fellow students, that your contributions are essential to the growth of this nation. We will no longer be referred to as lazy or spoiled. Rather, we will be moved to act on our campuses, in our cities, and across the globe. Don't worry if you don't necessarily know all the steps to take to make these great changes happen. We're going to walk through the plan of action today together, and hopefully by the conclusion of this presentation, you will believe in your ability to contribute and to make a change. Let's start with on campus. Find a way to network with students who are potential world changers. Just know that a group of dedicated students who get together and organize and contribute on campus will probably always change the world. We'll probably always find a way to get together and to organize. So this is an awesome time to start. Another reason to find other world changers on campus: focused and goal-oriented students who come together help each other realize that our generation is indeed active and is not apathetic at all. Also, try to get involved on campus. Contribute to your campus by making your voice heard. We shouldn't leave it up to our professors and to the chancellors to make the changes that we're demanding on campus. We should actually be more willing to speak out and to unify with the members of the faculty and staff in order to bring about constructive change together. Now, in your cities, attempt to meet the leadership of your city, whether it be city council members or other leaders throughout your current area. When you meet these leaders, don't just say who you are or don't just sit there in a forum in silence. Again, make your voice heard, speak out, introduce yourself, talk about your concerns, talk about your values. And I'm sure that the city council members will be impressed and will look to you perhaps as a voice of the young people. So many leaders are attempting to find out what students need and trying to find out how to retain young professionals in the area. So they're going to be very interested in what you believe the city can benefit from. Also, attend city council meetings, or town hall meetings as they're often called. No, they're not always fascinating, but there are a lot of issues discussed that are pertinent to our generation. Listen in, find out what's going on, and figure out where you fit, and again, how you can contribute. Now, helping around the world, creating change around the world isn't always as easy, of course. But there are a few simple steps that we can take in these areas as well. Watch the news, and not just on one station. Watch the news on multiple stations. Hear about issues that are, again, pertinent not only to our generation but to all Americans. In watching the news, we won't be able to make up as many excuses as why we can't get involved or how we don't know exactly where to get involved. If you don't know, you can't care. Now, another great way to start making change and contributing around the globe is to get out of this country. And don't just visit resorts. Don't just go to country clubs that mimic the ones in America. Go to shanty towns and go to the slums in other nations. Really, once you can touch and feel the poverty, you'll be more inclined to be involved, to come back home and to be active, to want to learn more, and essentially to want to do more. Don't isolate yourself from the reality of hunger and homelessness and genocide. Now, I know these have just been a few ways to denote the apathy stereotype, but it's certainly a place to start. Great leaders like MLK, and Malcolm X started in small churches or jail cells. So remember to commit yourself to being the change, and just know that there is really no such thing as a